Okay guys, so I was going to just record this and then put the sound over it, but it is right now, it is 6:17, so I start work at 7, so just going to make my lunch. Oh, my lunch is here, see? This has been this way for months. I just haven't bought something, I haven't taken something to go and slice it up. It's there, and you got the chips. I made chips. I make between that and the sandwiches, that'll last me until payday. Just keep adding the chips. You know, every time I want to made some homemade chips out of these potatoes. I found 10 kilograms for $10 instead of 3 kilograms for $10. I was there last time I did my groceries. Alright, so about last night's dream. No, it wasn't last night, the night before. Anyways, I had a dream about, and I know it wasn't my Nana, I know this. But she looks like my Nana, but a very young version. And she was like, "Oh, hey darling, how's things?" And I was like, "Yeah, good, thanks." And then she said, "Would you like to meet the Undertaker?" You know, I was thinking of like, and I was at peace because I knew it was a dream. But at the same time, when I think Undertaker, I think the WWE wrestler. You know, and he was one of my favourite. Well, they tried to portray him as a good guy, but he was always viewed as a bad guy because he was a bad guy when I was young, up until about a teenager. Then you know what they say, they love the consistency, the characters that are always there. Once I got to being a teenager, he started getting cheered by the crowd. Yeah. Crowd goes nuts. I just appreciate his ability to play that character, eh? But anyway, this Undertaker had a black hole, like, you know, like there was no face there. And whatever face was whatever it was projecting. If it wanted to scare you or if it wanted to make you feel happy or whatever, you know, try and dupe you into feeling happy, a face would appear, and it would be a different face every time, it would just appear. It wasn't faces I knew. But I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid, and I told that thing, you know, to get out. And then I woke up. So I had some other dream too. Just like running along the meadows, outside a house. And there was also another one where it was like, I think it was like a recovery home. You know, because in modern society, any symptom that doesn't line up with neurotypicals is deemed as an illness. But like I believe in hunter-gatherer societies, because of our heightened sensitivity, would be able to tell that the mountain lion was coming and was going to be here in half an hour to an hour's time. And the people who didn't have all those heightened sensitivities wouldn't be able to tell that. So the people that they would label symptoms of ADHD, they probably just would have ran out there, because they say that autistic people get overwhelmed. I get overwhelmed, but when that's the situation, it's like nothing else matters. Nothing else matters, and we're on a mission to stop this saber-toothed lion, or to get our family to safety. You know, we're there to solve the problem. And to be a success in life at that very moment, on that day, to be a success in life is to solve that situation. It's not trying to become a millionaire. It's not trying to do all these things and overcome all these obstacles that get put in your way because of how most people view you. By the way, unhealed autistic people can be so, their way or the highway, and it's like, when and that's in regards to whatever it is they believe, and so that can cause an enemy. But once they get that feeling, a lot more understanding. And usually just so ADHD and autistic people, we have what we call the data bank, based upon all of our social interactions of how things are and what we need to say, what we need to do because of what happened in the past. Neurotypicals have that too. Well, obviously, because of how things are, we're a lot more better with damage control. So yeah, those two women I was having sex with, not in the dream last night, but the night before, or whenever it was, I had that dream, and then I put it on. I spoke about it when I was talking about the Neanderthals and that. So that's nearly 2 days ago, actually. So it would have been the night before then. Terry and Bell, I just want to let you know that you weren't in them. These two girls were not black. Because I checked her profile today, and I'm not saying this, because it can be good or bad, and there's a lot of nuance, you know what I mean? The Bible's more along the lines of, okay, everything is right, everything is good just because it's what the God said, rather than, like he'll say, it's bad. In the Old Testament, he'll say it's bad if his people suffer a defeat in war, but he'll be like, like annihilate the enemy, and it's a bad thing to not finish them off, in the Old Testament. So he's a warlord. But even he came from a pantheon. But with like pagan beliefs and other things like that, it's more of a collective, like, it's not so one group of people are right and the others are wrong, and it's not so black and white. So, Cheerio, you weren't in those dreams, and I saw your 3 1-minute Facebook readings about the Earth Witch, Fire Witch, Air Witch, and the Water Witch. You weren't in those dreams. That's all.